Good morning, grade 6. How are you doing? This is Miss Susan. Today's episode is about volume of rectangular prism, lesson 11-6. And first, before we start our lesson, we have to know what is the volume before we know everything about the area. Today, we're gonna learn about the volume. What is the volume? The volume is the number of cubic units needed to occupy a given space without gaps or overlaps. Before we spoke about area and we said it's the square units covering any figure or any shape without gaps or overlaps. However, the volume is the capacity of any shape. And this means how many cubic units, how many cubes can cover or occupy this shape or solid shape without any gaps or overlaps. So we use the volume to measure solid shapes or 3D shapes. However, areas is helping me to measure the space inside any plane shape or 2D shapes. The volume measuring the capacity or measuring the space inside solid shapes, area inside plane shapes. And that's the difference between area and volume. You can find the volume of rectangular prism by seeing how many unit cubes it takes to fill the prism. Okay, so we gotta count how many cubes inside the solid shape or inside the prism to find out its volume. Let's see. This is the rectangular prism. Okay, it has 4 lateral faces and 2 bases. You can use the formula V equal LWH, as I used to know that for every equation we have a formula. So to get the volume, you have to find the formula of it and memorize it. So V stands for volume. So this formula helped me to get the volume. The volume V equal L. L is the length. W is the width. H stands for the height. So this is the length of the shape, this is the width of the shape, and that's the height of the shape. So if you multiply the 3 dimensions together to find the volume of any 3-dimensional shape. So to find the volume of rectangular prism, when you know the length, the width, and the height of the prism. So if you know the 3 dimensions, multiply them together to get the volume. But there's a problem, small problem. Gonna come across some mixed numbers inside our today's lesson. First, have to revise how to convert a mixed number into a fraction so we can multiply it easily. So for example, if I have a mixed number like 2/3, why it's called a mixed number? Because it consists of 2 parts, a whole number, which is 2, and a fraction number, which is 1/3. So 2, we will first convert it into a fraction also by putting 1 down in its denominator. So it will be 2/1 plus the second part of this mixed number, which is 1/3. So this number can be written in this form, 2/1 plus 1/3, right? Now let's convert this number into a fraction by making crisscross. Okay, so first, what is the denominator of this number? Multiply the 2 denominators together. 1 times 3 is equal 3. Then crisscross, heads with tails. So 2 times 3 will give me 6. And 1 times 1 will give me 1. So that will be the numerator. So now add 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. And the denominator is 3. So now we converted the mixed number into a fraction. improper fraction, but it's okay. It will be 7 over 3. So let's review it again. What is the denominator? Find the denominator first. Multiply the two denominators together. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Then, what is the numerator? Find the numerator by multiplying crisscross, heads and tails. Let's crisscross. Multiply 2 with 3. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. This is the first number in the numerator. Then multiply 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Now add them all together because it's addition sentence here. So 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So the improper fraction now is 7 over 3. Hope that you remember now. Let's see an example. Okay. Find the volume of a rectangular prism. That's our shape. Okay, and this is the formula. V is equal to LWH. Okay, where is the L? L here is 5. What is the W, which is the width? It's 4. What is the height? It's 2/2. And 2/2 here is a mixed number. So to multiply it, you have to convert it to a fraction, right? So first, find the denominator. 2 is 2 over 1 plus half, right? So this will be 2 plus half. So 2 over 1 plus half. Now, find the denominator of this number. 1, 2 times 2 is equal to 2. Then find the numerator by crisscross, heads and tails. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Now what is the numerator? It will be 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. Now I will substitute all 2/2 by 5 over 2. Okay, now the length is 5. The width is 4, right? The width is here, 4. The height is 2/2. And we will substitute 2/2 and we put instead of it 5 over 2, right? Okay, now multiply all the three numbers together. First, the length is 5. The width is 4. And the height is 5 over 2. Okay, how we multiply? We multiply all denominators together and all numerators together. And you know the denominator here is 1 and here is 1 also. So we have only one denominator, which is 2, right? And multiply all numerators together. 5 plus 4 plus 5. 5 plus 4 is equal to 20. 20 plus 5 is equal 100. Bravo. So it is 100 over 2. So dividing 100 over 2, it will give me 50. Bravo. And if you multiply 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, it will give you inch with exponent 3, means cubic inch. Cubic inch. Inch with the exponent 3, meaning inch multiplied by inch multiplied by inch. Let's see another example. Okay. You know that the volume is equal LWH. And you know that LW together is the formula of the area. So you can take L multiplied by W and put instead of it the area, right? So the volume is equal to the area of the base multiplied by the height, right? So again, another formula that we predict here is V equal BH. B is the base area multiplied by H is the height. So if he give me, for this example, the area of the base, which is 9 square inches. Okay, of course, the area's unit is a square unit, right? So this is the area. The area here is 9 square inches. And the height is 2/4, right? So again, 2/4 is a mixed number. We have to convert it to a fraction, right? Okay, so it will be 2 plus 1/4. So it will be 2 plus 1/4. 2, the denominator of 2 is 1. Now, how to convert this into a fraction? First, find the denominator. What is the denominator? It's 1 multiplied by 4. It's 4. Then, find its numerator. Numerator is multiplying, press, cross, head and tails. So, we called it before like a butterfly. You remember? Okay, so 2 times 4 is equal 8. Plus 1 times 1 is equal 1. So now 8 plus 1 is equal 9 and the denominator is 4. So the fraction altogether is 9 over 4. Okay, so we, instead of h, we will put 9 over 4 and the base, it's given already, 9 square inches. Okay, so the base is 9 square inches, substitute it, and h is 9 over 4. Now the volume is base multiplying by h, or if he's not giving you the base, put instead of it LW, L for length and W for width. Okay, so the base is 9, the height is 9 over 4. Okay, now how we will multiply? We multiply denominators together, numerators together. The denominator here is already 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. And 9, the numerators together, 9 times 9 is 81. So the volume is 81 over 4. Okay, so let's see something. Can we write 81 as 8 plus 1? So we write it as 80 over 4 and 1 over 4. Now, can you divide 80 over 4 by 4? First, put the 0, then 8 divided by 4 will give me 2. Can you divide 1 over 4? No, it is the simplest form. So now the answer will be 20 plus 1 over 4. So this is a mixed number again. It will be 20 and plus 1 over 4 cubic inches. The unit for the volume is also cubic and the unit. Okay? Means n unit and the exponent will be 3. So the final answer and the final value of the volume will be 20 1/4 cubic inches. Hope that you understood. If you have any questions, please text me. Thank you, grade 6. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.